racing had a number of horses trial here at Warwick Farm this morning, with 3 in the first heat, including Gatewood, Stand to Gain and German import Eaglestein. How did these 3 go, Chris?
All nice horses, Hayley. Gatewood, obviously, he's arrived from John Gosden's stable in the Spring Carnival and done a good job winning a race prior to trying to qualify for the Melbourne Cup, I guess it was. But his second prep, he's done everything right, and his 2 trials have been good, and in particular this morning's trial was really good. So he'll run next week in the Apollo. It's going to be a bit short for him, but it's certainly heading in the right direction, hopefully towards the BMW. Stand Again, he was good. He was never ever going to be competitive against Pero and others that were in the trial, but he still did a good job finishing last, and he'll race next Saturday at Warwick Farm over a mile. And the third one was Eaglestein, a German horse, and really improved the last few weeks, and it's hard finding the right race for him, and we'll probably go to Warwick Farm over 1300 metres next Saturday as well, but he'll need a run or 2, you'd expect.
Promising debut winner at Rosehill in January, Calming Influence, also trialled nicely. What are your plans for her?
She's scratched tomorrow at Rosehill, and she'll now run at Warwick Farm next week. It's a 1200 metre event, and she's 1 from 1. Her first up win at Rosehill was a good win, and she's taken a good deal of pro or improvement from that race, and I'd expect her to be competitive next Saturday. But with 2-year-olds, you never know what you're up against at this time of the year. Obviously everyone's heading towards the Golden Slipper, as we will be. So we'll see how we fare after next Saturday.
Racing tomorrow at Rosehill. In the first you have Thumbtacks with Jason Collett back aboard, and Permit resuming over the 1800 metres.
Permit's come up well, and we've taken a slightly different approach with him. We're trying to keep him fresher, and he's done quite a lot of work on the treadmill. So that's all a new tool for us, and seems to be working quite well and gives us another variation of training, and he seems to be thriving on it. So 1800 metres, a bit short for him first up, but he's a class horse and can always surprise, and he could certainly take care of most of those in the field if he was anywhere near his best. Thumbtacks, as you say, Jason's back aboard, and there's nothing wrong with his run last week. He reared at the start, and it just wasn't really his style of race. So I think he's ready for 1800 metres now. He loves backing up, and he's just a war horse, and doesn't have a lot of ability, but certainly tries very hard, and that's what you need in tomorrow's race.
And in race 2, Jeff and Mary Grimish's classy mare Red Tracer resumes. She obviously has a good first up record, and she seems to be superior in the softer ground. Yeah,
she's unbeaten on a slow and heavy track, and I'm not sure the conditions for tomorrow, probably dead to slow, but as you say, good fresh record. She won a Group 2 weight for age 1200 metre race fresh up on a good track last prep, so if she can bring that form to the races tomorrow, she's going to be hard to beat, and as you say, she's a quality individual.
In race 4, Mademoiselle resumes following a short freshen up. She's vying for some black tie.
Sure is. Her first up win was good, and she went out to the paddock for a week after that and has come back in good shape. So I wouldn't say she's a Golden Slipper type by any means, but tomorrow was certainly in a race where she can achieve black type, and that'll be the first step at this time of the year where 2-year-old racing is very difficult in Sydney.
In the Group 2 Royal Sovereign Stakes, all eyes will be on Sacred Falls, the Group 1 winning colt from New Zealand. How do you assess him leading up to this first up assignment in Australia?
Hard horse to assess because he's a very laid back horse, and according to Tony Pike, who's done a tremendous job with the horse, he said don't expect too much in his track work, and if anything I'd say I'd be pretty happy with his work. So hopefully that's a good indication that he's come up well, but we'll certainly know tomorrow, Hayley. He's got an awkward gait, and against the Australian sprinters he'll need to be on the top of his game. Obviously second and third up runs will be his best, and we're aiming towards Group 1 further down the track, but we'd still like to see him very competitive in tomorrow's race.
The Ingham family's Jade Marauder resumes in the Group 2 Lightfinger Stakes. The wide draw may make things a bit tough, but she obviously handles the softer conditions.
Yeah, she's won a Group 2 race on a slow track, or a group race on a slow track. Yeah, and the draw is difficult. She never gets a good draw, this filly, and there's so much bad luck go against her, and it was disappointing to see her draw poorly. My thoughts would be she'd be getting back and hitting the line strongly, so hopefully that's the case, so that we get a prep off to a good start. And she's another one that will improve as she gets further into the preparation.
Riva Delago and Hoiloni go head to head over 1400 metres. Both have drawn well. Riva Delago was obviously an impressive winner last start, and Hoiloni finished off his last preparation in style.
Yes, he did, Hayley, and looks like he's come back in good shape. He's got a turn of foot too, so that'll help him be competitive in tomorrow's race, but ultimately you'll see him improve further into the preparation, which will hopefully see him competitive in some group races. Riva Delago, he did everything right last start, which was good to see, because his first couple of runs were eye catchers, and to get a win last start I think was important for the horse. So we're hoping for an improved track overnight. I think a dead track would be ideal for him. Anything worse I'd be cautious. So he's going well, his work's been good, and I expect him to run well.
In the last on the card, we'll be looking to round off the day on a winning note with either High on Believing or Monsoleil.
Both horses again need an improved track, so for their sake we're hoping a dead track will be in order for the last of the day. Both horses are well. High on Believing's been a bit of a concern to us. We haven't quite worked him out this preparation. He did trial well after a disappointing effort last start, so if he can bring that form he'll certainly be competitive. Monsoleil starts off after a break, and he loves Rose Hill and he can run well fresh, but we'll need a few things to go his way, and hopefully a better track.
And just outside the city, racing at Kembla Grange, we've got 4 chances in Perplexity, Cooper Claim, Contravene and Caracas Storm.
We use the provincial tracks as confidence builders and also education, so those horses are all there for the same reasons. Perplexity's a lovely horse, he'll have a nice future, and whatever he does tomorrow will be a bonus. Caracas Storm, trying him over 2,000 metres, he needs to show us something over that distance so we know where we're heading next preparation. And the other two were
Cooper Claim?
Cooper Claim, yeah, resuming. We've got to check every start last preparation, which was good. And the same again, it's a pipe opener, nice distance to start off over, and it'll build his confidence for a second up run, which will probably be in town.
And Contravene?
Similar to Caracas Storm, he's first up 2,000 metres and hasn't shown us a lot at home, so he's one that needs to improve.